Morning, all. All right, it is preview time. We've got 3 games tonight in the National Hockey League. We've got 12 games tomorrow. So, again, still the lopsided schedule. It is November. Is this how November works? This is not my first November. I think it's like my 6th November that I've covered like this. All right, so could be 7th. Anyways, we're going to start with tonight's games, Nashville and Washington. 7 Eastern start, 4 Pacific. Nashville 4-7-1. A lot of frustration. We'll see how it goes tonight against a Washington team who are 8-3 and probably feeling pretty good about themselves right about now. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again on January the 11th. Philip Forsberg, 6 goals, 4 assists for him with Nashville. Nyquist's been better lately, scoring wise, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. And Roman Josi, a goal to go with 6 assists for 7 points. On the Washington side, you got Ovechkin, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. He is back on track now to pass Gretzky. Protas, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. And Carlson, another good run so far, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points for John Carlson. An hour later at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, the Detroit Red Wings and the Chicago Blackhawks meet for the first of 2 meetings this season. They'll meet again on January the 10th. Detroit's 5-5-1. Chicago's 5-7-1. They've looked all right lately. On the Detroit side, Raymond, a goal to go with 10 assists for 11 points. Larkin, 7 goals, 1 assist, 8 points. So you know who's setting up some of those Larkin goals. Edmondson, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points for him from the blue line. On the Chicago side, Donato's been red hot. He has 7 goals to go with 2 assists for 9 points so far. Bedard had a couple of assists in the last game. He now has 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points. Actually, I think he had 3 assists in the last game. Vlasic, 7 assists so far this season. About due for a goal, though. And then at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. So it'll be an early night again. At least they're early nights, I guess, on the quiet ones. Vegas is 8-3-1 on the season. The Oilers are 6-6-1. This is the first of 4 meetings. They'll meet again December 3rd. December 14th, and April the 1st. Mark Stone, 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points for him. Just ridiculous numbers so far. William Karlsson's only played 4 games, but he has 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points in those 4 games. Noah Hannafin, a goal to go with 5 assists for 6 points on what's a very deep and talented blue line. The Oilers, Jeff Skinner, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points for him. Henrique with just the 1 goal. Ekholm with 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. Oh, and this morning, the Oilers Twitter account saying that McDavid's back. So that might influence some people in who they're going to pick today. But yeah, apparently McDavid's back tonight. So congratulations to him on healing up. And now he gets to go into the fray against the Vegas Golden Knights. And we get into Thursday's games. Thursday's going to be busy. There are 6 games starting at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern, 1 a half an hour later, 3 a half an hour after that. And then there's 2 7:30 starts my time, 10:30 Eastern. So 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Calgary and Boston. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again on December 17th. The Flames are 7-5-1, coming off the victory over Montreal, and Boston 6-7-1, coming off the loss against Toronto. And while people want to rub my face in it when Toronto beats Boston, I hate to break it to you, I was happy for Toronto last night. I don't think Boston's a playoff team. So I'd like to see them win the draft lottery because I think it would be hilarious. Anyways, on the Calgary side, Kadri, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points for him so far this year. Coronado had a couple of goals last night. He now has 4 goals on the season. Weegar, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points for him on the blue line. On the Boston side, Pastrnak continues to struggle. 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points for him thus far this season. Johnny Beecher, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. They need a little more from everybody. Maybe Beecher jumps up. McAvoy does have an assist recently, but he now has 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points on the season. They just need more all around from their team. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the New York Islanders and the Ottawa Senators. The Islanders are 5-6-2, whereas Ottawa 6-6 on the season and just having troubles on the road. At least they're good at home, so this might be a good game for them. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again December 18th and January the 12th. The Islanders, Palmieri, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points for Kyle Palmieri. Arguably the best offensive player while Barzell's out. Nelson, 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points. Pulock, 4 assists for him so far on the blue line. On the Ottawa side, Stützle has had a ridiculous run thus far. 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Claude Giroux, 5 goals, 6 assists for 11 points. and Chabot. 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points for Thomas Chabot. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Nashville and Florida. So here's what Nashville has to do. Over the next 48 hours, they have to go into Washington and try to get a victory, and then they have to go into Florida and try to get a victory against the Panthers. It's going to be tough. So the Preds, again, 4-7-1 currently. Florida's 9-3-1. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again February the 25th. On the Nashville side, yes, Leroux is a forward, and my guess is that I just got him confused with Lamoureux, or, again, it's so many players and everything. But he has 2 assists in 7 games. I think Leroux's due for a goal. He was strong in their last game, so I don't see why not. Stamkos, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. I just mean he's been one of their more prominent players. And Shea, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points for Shea. And, of course, Stamkos, are looking for him to get it going. The thing is, Stamkos is in his mid-30s. Sometimes they don't. On the Florida side, Bennett, 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points for Bennett. Again, the best start he's had in his career. Reinhart, absolutely ridiculous numbers, 10 goals, 11 assists, 21 points. And Forsling, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points for Gustav Forsling. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Montreal and New Jersey. So the Montreal Canadiens, 4-7-2 on the year. New Jersey, 8-5-2, coming off of what was a successful West Coast trip. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again January 25th and February the 8th. Nick Suzuki has 4 goals, 9 assists for 13 points for the Montreal Canadiens. Brendan Gallagher, not too bad. 5 goals and an assist for 6 points. He's on pace for over 20 goals this year. Matheson, just the 9 assists, but hey, 9 assists, not too bad. I mean, sure, maybe he gets a goal. On the New Jersey side, Jesper Bratt, 3 goals, 12 assists, 15 points. Jack Hughes, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. That's far too low for Jack Hughes, and I think at some point it's really going to click for him. It's just a matter of time. And Dougie Hamilton, 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points for Hamilton on the year. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Buffalo and the New York Rangers. Buffalo's 5-7-1. The Rangers are 8-2-1. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again December the 11th and February 22nd. Tage Thompson, 8 goals, 7 assists, 15 points for him. Zucker, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. Zucker's been really good lately. Byram had a couple of goals last night, so he now sits at 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points. On the Rangers side, Panarin, 9 goals, 9 assists, 18 points. Hedl, 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points for Hedl. He's a good young player. Definitely have enjoyed watching his development. Adam Fox has 9 assists. I know Fox is basically a guy who gets mostly helpers, but I think a goal has to happen soon, right? 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Pittsburgh and the Carolina Hurricanes. Pittsburgh's 5-7-2. Carolina 9-2. On October 18th, Carolina won this matchup 4-1. January 5th will be the third and final meeting between the two. The Pittsburgh Penguins, Raquel, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points for him. Malkin, above a point per game at 4 goals, 12 assists, 16 points. Erik Karlsson, they need more from Karlsson. 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points. And again, when a player reaches their mid-30s, you never know if you're going to get that. Aho on the Carolina side, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. Jackson Blake, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points for Blake. Who I don't think is in the conversation for the Calder yet, but if he keeps trending in the right direction, you just never know. And Dmitry Orlov, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points for Orlov. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start between Philadelphia and Tampa. The Flyers, 4-8-1 on the year. Tampa Bay, 7-6. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again March 13th and March the 17th. Konechny, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. Owen Tippett, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points. I've talked about how snakebit Tippett has been this season, and that still seems to be the case. Travis Sanheim, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points so far on the blue line. On the Tampa Bay side, Brandon Hagel, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. Nikita Kucherov deserves to be mentioned again. 10 goals, 12 assists, 22 points. Absolutely insane numbers from Kucherov. And Hedman, 3 goals, 10 assists, 13 points. So Hedman's producing a point per game. Tampa Bay looking to turn things around after kind of a rough road trip. Coming back home and playing the Flyers should help what ails them. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start between Utah and St. Louis. Utah, 5-5-3. Can't score anymore. St. Louis, 7-6. Maybe Utah used up all their goals that first couple of weeks. But this is the first of 4 meetings. They'll meet again January 18th, February 2nd, and April the 15th. Dylan Guenther, one of those players who seem to use up the goals early in the season. He has 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. Barrett Hayton, 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points. Need a little more from Hayden. Sergachev, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. Looks more comfortable now in Utah than he did when he first got there, but the team in general has a ways to go. On the St. Louis side, Kyrou, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Buchnevich, just 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. So they're above 500. Buchnevich's numbers haven't been fantastic. They're missing Thomas. Things could get a lot better for St. Louis. Parayko, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. I think he's playing well. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start between Chicago and Dallas. So Chicago goes from being home against Detroit tonight to being in Dallas tomorrow. This starts at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. This is the second, I should say, of 4 meetings. October 26th, Dallas wins 4-2. These teams meet again November 27th and December 29th. Chicago, as previously mentioned, 5-7-1 on the year. Dallas is 7-4, and this is the first game for them, of course, after the Global Series, same as Florida's against Nashville. It's the same one for them since the Global Series. Taylor Hall, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. He's been all around it. He's going to get another goal here. Bertuzzi, just the 4 goals. He's due for an assist. And Seth Jones, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points for Seth. On the Dallas side, Duchesne, 7 goals, 8 assists, 15 points. Jamie Benn, just 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points for Ben. He is in his 30s. And Harley, a goal to go with 5 assists for 6 points. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Chicago played them pretty tough in the first meeting, so hopefully Dallas doesn't take them lightly this time around. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start between Colorado and Winnipeg. And it feels like Colorado's, with Lehkonen back and figuring things out, and as long as Makar's not going to miss any time. Colorado's 6-7. I haven't actually looked this morning to see what the status is for Makar. We'll see. It'll be a surprise to me. Winnipeg, 12-1 on the year. So Winnipeg's had an amazing run, just losing 1 out of their first 13. In their first 13, Colorado's below 500. Looking to get that back, and we saw what they could do against them in the playoffs last year, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow night. First of 4 meetings, they meet again December 31st, January 11th, and January 22nd, so those are 3 pretty close together meetings. On the Colorado side, McKinnon, 6 goals, 19 assists, 25 points. That's insane. Middlestad, 6 goals, 9 assists for 15 points. He's been very good. And Gerard, 6 assists for Gerard on the blue line. So in the event that if they did lose Makar for any period of time, Gerard's going to get more ice time and more of a chance to get some points. On the Winnipeg side, Velarde, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. Velarde's bounced back nicely from a slow start. Kyle Connor, 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points for Connor. And Morrissey, 2 goals, 14 assists for 16 points. Anytime a defenseman's above a point per game, it's definitely notable. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific start between Vancouver and LA. So Vancouver rounds out their California trip. Successful the first 2 stops. LA's going to be a lot more difficult. Vancouver's 6-2-3 on the season. LA's 8-3-3. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again January 16th and February 26th. Brock Besser, the best goal scorer in Vancouver. 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points. Jake DeBrusk, no goals in his first 10 games. But he's had, no goals the first 9 games. 10 games. They've played 12. No, they haven't. 6-2-3 is 11. Anyways, the first 9 games, he didn't have a goal. Maybe I'm not awake yet. But yeah, he's had goals in back-to-back games. Has DeBrusk. He has 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. Quinn Hughes, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. And of course, he reached 300 assists. Kudos to Hughes there. On the LA side, Kopitar, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points. Just keeps chugging along. He's defying the aging process, unlike some. Warren Fogle, 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 points. I told LA fans they'd like Fogle. And Brant Clark, 1 goal, 11 assists, 12 points for Brant. And I haven't heard anything about firing Rob Blake recently. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. I just mean like comments online, not actually like, oh, they're going to fire him. I've never heard that related to the organization. Just a lot of people over the summer were dunking on the Kings, and now not so much. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific start between the Minnesota Wild and the San Jose Sharks. Minnesota's 8-2-2, coming off of a pretty rough loss against the LA Kings. For San Jose, 4-8-2, and they've won 4 of their last 5. Look out, here comes the Sharks. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again January 11th as well as April the 9th. Matt Boldy, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points for him. Zuccarello, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. And if this team is going to prevent a fall, now that they've had a rough loss at home, going out on the road, it's going to be up to guys other than Kaprizov to keep this team at or near the top of the division. Middleton, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points for Middleton. Kind of surprising to see that many points for Middleton already, but he's had a really strong start. He's a +9 as well. On the San Jose side, Wenberg, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Had quite the goal last night in that game, of course, against Columbus. Toffoli, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points. Has been as advertised. And Thompson, 7 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Jack Thompson joins the team, and I hadn't really heard much of Jack Thompson, and now he looks like a pretty good defenseman for them. So, yeah, we'll see who wins. But let me know your picks in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event that you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.